Hi, hello friends. Welcome in my tutorials on 8051 microcontroller. Today we study about interrupts in 8051 microcontroller. First of all, see what do you mean by interrupts. In Marathi, interrupts means vyatyay, types of vyatyay. Now I will give one example about the interrupt. Suppose that you are studying in your room, you are reading your book, and your friend regularly calls you in between 11 to 12. And suppose that your mobile is not ringing, or it does not give ring when anybody calls you. Then what happens? You will always look towards your mobile phone. Is there any ring? You look towards the mobile. Is there any call? This method is known as pulling. And pulling, microcontroller will engage, always engage toward attending the attending the interrupts. Suppose that in case of microcontroller, suppose that, see, this is the pin diagram of microcontroller. One LED is connected to port P1 0.0. This is LED, LED L1, and another LED is connected to port 0.2. This is LED number 2, and one of the sensor is connected to the port pin P1.0. Suppose that this sensor is of LDR type. When there is light incidence on this LEDR, this output will become high. And what microcontroller have to do for microcontroller? When this sensor output is high, it has to make LED L2 high. L1 is always in blinking position. So after execution of every instruction, microcontroller will look towards the pin P1.0. Is this pin is high? No, then L1 will be blinking. And when this L1 P1.0 pin is high, L2 will become high. This method is known as pulling. So instead of pulling method, in case of microcontroller, interrupt method is used. In interrupt method, microcontroller has does not need to look always towards the input. So for microcontroller, there are in case of 8051, there are totally 5 interrupts. Some of the interrupts are hardware interrupts, and some of the interrupts are software interrupts. In 8051, there are two pins, pin 3.2 and pin 3.3. These two pins are INT0 bar and INT1 bar. These are the external interrupts pin. So there are two external interrupts, INT0 and INT1. So in case of interrupts, exactly what happens? Instead of connecting this LDR to P1.0, if we connect this sensor or LDR to P3.2, that is INT0, and microcontroller is continue its program for blinking of LED when LED1. It does not need to look towards the pin P3.2. So when this input will become high, LDR, when light is incident on LDR, this P3.2 will become high. And when it will become high, because of interrupts, microcontroller goes to some another program, and it will make L2 high. This process is known as interrupt. So there are two interrupts, INT0 and INT1. These two interrupts are hardware interrupts, and these two interrupts are external interrupts. Now there are some other interrupts in case of microcontroller. Let us see these interrupts. So this is INT0. This is external interrupt. INT0 is the external interrupts. Then for timer 0, there is another interrupt. This is software interrupt. INT1, again, it is external interrupt. So INT0, INT1, these are two external interrupts. And for timer 0 and timer 1, there are two interrupts. These are the software interrupts. Timer 0 interrupt, timer 1 interrupt. And another one interrupt is for serial communication. So there are totally 5 interrupts. External interrupts are INT0, INT1, and internal interrupts are software interrupts are timer 0 interrupt, timer 1 interrupts, and serial communication interrupts. So what happens in case of timer? Suppose that it is counting from some number up to F, 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 and F. When count is finished, it will goes to again 0, 0, 0. While jumping from FF to 0, 0, it will make TF flag. Its TF flag equal to high. So we will write the instruction JNB, JNB, TF0 again and here again. So it is always remains in this instruction. So JNB TF0 again, JNB TF0 again, it looks towards the TF0 flag. When TF0 flag will become, it will jumps to next instruction. But if you are using interrupts, this type of instruction does not require. It automatically, when TF flag will become high, it will automatically, microcontroller will automatically interrupts and it will goes to the instruction address 00B. So what are these addresses? Let us see what are these addresses. So these addresses are known as vector addresses. For each interrupt, these vector addresses are fixed. So for INT0, external interrupt number 0, vector address is 003. So when external interrupt occurs or when INT0 pin will become 1, microcontroller will stop its program and it will jumps to location 003. At 003, some small program is written. Suppose that if we write SETB, if you write SETB P1.0, that means when interrupt occurs, external interrupt occur, microcontroller will jump to 003. Here is first instruction is SETB P1.0. That means you have to make pin P1.0 high, and last instruction RETI, return from interrupt. So this is very small program, and this small program is known as ISR, interrupt service routine. So for every interrupt, there are vector addresses or vector location. So for INT0, 003 is vector address. When timer 0, for timer 0, vector address is 00B. That means when for timer 0, TF flag will become 1, it will jump to 00B. Here is some small program is written that is known as ISR, interrupt service routine. If program or interrupt service routine of program is so big, then at ISR we only write yes jump to another address. So jump to another address. So this is the vector addresses. For interrupt number 1, external interrupt 1, vector location is 0013. For timer 1, interrupt location is 001. And for serial communication, vector address is 003. In case of serial communication, what happens? When all data is transmitted, when all data is transmitted, its TI flag will become 1. So in pulling method, microcontroller is engaged to see TI flag is 1 or not. But in case of interrupts, when all data is transmitted, then TI flag will become 1 and it will jump to 0023. There is some another program is written, and that is known as ISR, interrupt service routine. So these are the vector addresses of different interrupts. So now next, suppose that you are using mobile, one of the application of your cell phone or mobile, then what you have to do? You have to set something. You have to go to setting, you set some sound, some picture quality, some location and other thing. Like this, when you are using interrupt facility of 8051 microcontroller, you have to set something, and this setting can be done by using various special function registers. Various special function registers, and these special function registers used in for interrupt service are various special function registers. We will see. So first in special function register used in case of interrupt is IE register. It is the IE register, interrupt enable register. IE register is nothing but interrupt enable register. So For your cell phone, there is facility uh, for vibration. That means you can stop your ringing the phone, or you can disable all your interrupts by switch off the mobile, or keep mobile on vibrating mode. Like this, we can enable the interrupts or we can disable the interrupts. So these enable or disable the interrupts, or enabling and disabling interrupts, IE register is used. IE register is special function register, and it is 8-bit register. This is 0 bit and this is 7th bit. So 7th bit is EA. Name for 7th bit is EA. EA means enable all interrupts. Enable all interrupts. So when this pin is 1, enable all interrupt pin. When this pin is 1, all interrupts are enabled. Otherwise, if EA pin is equal to 0, all interrupts are disabled. So enable the interrupts, you have to keep EA pin equal to 1. This is global pin. So if we keep only EA pin equal to 1, all interrupts are enabled. Or to enable one of the interrupt and disable other interrupts, you have to keep EA pin equal to 0. These two bits are undefined. They are either 0 or either 1. Now 4th bit is ES bit. ES bit, this is the serial communication interrupt bit. ES bit is serial communication interrupt pin. So to enable the serial communication interrupt, you have to keep this pin equal to 1. And to disable the serial communication interrupt, this pin must be equal to 0. Next bit is ET1. ET1, that is external interrupt number 1. External interrupt number, sorry, it is the timer 1 interrupt. ET1 is the timer 1 interrupt. If we are using timer interrupts, and if we have to enable interrupts, make this pin equal to 1, otherwise this pin equal to 0. This EX1, next bit is EX1. EX1 is the external interrupt number 1. To enable this interrupt, keep this 1. To disable this interrupt, keep this is equal to 0. This is ET0. This pin is for timer 0 interrupt. To enable the timer 0 interrupt, keep this 1. To disable, keep this equal to 0. This is EX0, that is external interrupt number 0. And for enable, it is 1. For disable, equal to 0. Now suppose that you are using all interrupts, you require all interrupts. Then what happens? Keep EA equal to 1. Keep ES equal to 0, keep ET equal to 0, EX equal to 0. Sorry, sir. This is 1, this is 1, this 1, this 1, and this. So keep all these bits equal to 1. Suppose that you are using only external interrupt number 1. Then what you have to do? Keep EA equal to 0. Keep EA equal, keep EA equal to 1. To enable all interrupts, keep EA equal to 1. 6th bit is 0, undefined. 5th bit is 0, it is undefined. This is serial communication interrupt. You are not using, therefore this is 0. This is timer 1 interrupt. This is equal to 0. You are using external interrupt number 1. Therefore this is equal to 1. You are not using timer 0 interrupt. This is 0. You are not using external interrupt 0. Therefore this is equal to 0. So this is the binary number you have to load in IE register by using instruction move IE, hash 10000100D. So when we load this number on IE register, your only external interrupt number 1 is enabled. All other interrupts are disabled. So this is the IE register. Most important register is IE register. Anyhow, when you are using interrupt facility, EA pin must be equal to 1. Suppose that you are using all interrupts. You are using all interrupts, that means EA equal to 1 and all these pins are equal to 1. And if all interrupts occur simultaneously, what happens? It will give preference to, it will give some preference to the interrupts. That is known as interrupt priority. So if all interrupts occur, it will give highest priority to interrupt INT0, that is external interrupt number 0. Then it will attend timer 0 interrupt. Then it will attend external interrupt number 1. Then it will attend timer number 1 interrupt. And at last it will attend serial communication interrupt. So this is the priority of interrupt. So when all interrupts occur simultaneously, it will give priority in this way. So this is the priority. But there is facility in 8051 microcontroller to change the priority of this interrupt. So this priority register is known as IP register, interrupt priority register. It is also special function register, that is IP register, interrupt priority register. This is also 8-bit register. This is also 8-bit register. Bit number 7, 6, and 5. These are the undefined bits. So you can put these 000 or 111. Now fourth bit is PS bit, known as PS bit. PS bit is priority for serial communication. If we keep this equal to 1, this equal to 1, it will give highest priority for serial communication. By default, for serial communication is lowest priority. But if you have to make serial communication priority is highest, then keep PS equal to 1, then it will give highest priority for PS. If this is 0, then it has low period, that is by default it is a last period. If we make this PT1 equal to 1, then it will give highest priority for timer number 1 interrupt. This PX1, then if we make this pin equal to 1, it will give highest priority for timer number 1 interrupt. If we keep PT0 equal to 1, then it will give highest priority to timer number 0. And PX0, if this is 1, it will give highest priority to external interrupt equal to external interrupt 0. So we can change the priority of your interrupt by keeping one of the bit equal to 1 in IP register, that is interrupt priority register. So these are the two important registers in microcontroller. One is the IE register and another is IP register. In next section, we will see another register, that is TCON register. That register is used for level triggered or edge trigger interrupt. We will see it later. Thanks.